Let's try and get the latest now on the ground. And we are joined by André Mulungo. He is from the Center for Democracy and Human Rights based in Maputo. Mr. Mulungo, thank you very much for your time. Can you describe the situation for us in Maputo right now?
Thank you for the opportunity to be here and share with you with your audience what is happening now in Mozambique. As you know, since since we had the election in October in Mozambique, and as you said, Venâncio Mondlane, candidate, is not recognizing the results of that election because he considered that the election was not fair and free. And from 2 weeks after the election, he began to lead the protests here in Mozambique. And now we are in the third phase of the fourth step of the election that began today and is going to take place until Friday here in Mozambique. Now the environment is not good. I am now in Maputo, and we have a protest, we have demonstration in Maputo, the capital of Mozambique, and we have also demonstration in Nampula and in Chimoio. The police is happening from the beginning, is killing people. Today, 2 people was killed by police in Nampula.
Yeah.
Police shot two people in Nampula, and in Maputo, a young girl was hit by the military car during the demonstration and in Maputo,
Yes.
the capital of Mozambique.
Very quickly, there were images today, social media footage of the former First Lady of Mozambique, Graça Machel, walking the streets, and it looked as though the vehicle that was transporting her was somehow being blocked, and she actually was walking on foot. Do you know what the situation was there?
This happened with all of us here in Mozambique because the protesters decided to block the many routes that permits to be in the center of the town. So this didn't happen only with Graça Machel. Happened in the most of the main roads here in Mozambique. This is the environment that we live today here in Maputo.
Very interesting indeed. Quite interesting images indeed. Mr. Mulungo, let's talk about Venâncio Mondlane. The understanding is that this week he was going to meet with the president, the current president, Filipe Nyusi, and there was a list of demands that he wanted to be met first before he could meet with the president. Do you know whether that meeting took place?
The meeting didn't take place. Why? Because of the absence of Venâncio Mondlane. When the president invited the candidates for that meeting in order to get a solution to hinder the crisis that Mozambique is facing now, Venâncio Mondlane was the now that sent a letter for the president with 20 points and at least 6 previous points. One of the points, Venâncio Mondlane was saying that, as you know, Venâncio Mondlane is not in Mozambique. He left Mozambique because he was facing threats, and he decided to leave Mozambique. We don't know where he is now. And he said, Mr. President, I am able and I am interested to be part of the dialogue and which is going to give us instruments to hinder the crisis. The first thing that Venâncio Mondlane said is that it's necessary for the justice to stop the process. The justice now in Mozambique is a moving process.
Yeah.
A civil process and a criminal process is accusing Venâncio Mondlane by preparation of attempt coup, but is also accusing Venâncio Mondlane of consequence for economic because of the paralyzation of the activities in Mozambique. And what Venâncio Mondlane said in the letter is that the condition for him to be in person, or to be in presence in that meeting is the justice to stop that process. But also Mondlane said,
Can I just
Mr.
stop you
President,
for a second there, Mr. Mulungo? Very important what you have just said. Are you saying to us that as things stand, Mr. Mondlane, if he steps foot in Mozambique, he will be charged for organizing a coup? Is that what you are saying? An economic sabotage?
He will be detained, and it is not the first case we face in Mozambique. We had a member of parliament here in Mozambique called Antonio Mushanga. Antonio Mushanga is the member of parliament by Renamo. He is a member of state council. He was, the member of state council. What the President Gebuza on that time said is to invite all the members of the State Council, including Antonio Mushanga. But at the end of the meeting, President Gebuza ordered the police to detain Mushanga. So this is why Venâncio Mondlane is afraid to come to Mozambique now, while the process are still running.
All right.
But to show the president that he is interested with the dialogue, he said, Mr. President, I can I can be part of the dialogue by Zoom, and the president of the cabinet of the president received the document, but they didn't give an answer for Venâncio Mondlane. And yesterday, that was the day for the dialogue, Mondlane didn't go to the meeting because he didn't receive any answer from the president. So the other three candidates, Lutero Simango, Osuf Momadi, and Daniel Chapo, the candidate of Frelimo party, went to the office of the president, and they said, Mr. President, there's no condition for us for dialogue because we don't have Venâncio Mondlane, which is playing a very important role because it's the one that is leading the protest. And the president say, well, I accept your suggestions, and the meeting, the dialogue didn't take place. So we don't know when it is going to take place. So after that failing meeting, Venâncio Mondlane in a live yesterday, he called another protest. That begin today and is going to end on Friday. So the protest that we are living now, it seems that it is a response from Venâncio Mondlane to the office of President Nyusi for what we think that Venâncio is believing that the president is not interested in taking dialogue, because Venâncio Mondlane said that he was able to be part of the dialogue by Zoom, for instance. And it is not new here in Mozambique. President Nyusi conducted a dialogue with a former president of Renamo, a former rebel movement.
Yes.
Yeah, he conducted a dialogue by phone. So what is the problem to do the same with Venâncio Mondlane? So what we think is that Venâncio Mondlane is feeling that the presidency, maybe the president, is not interested in a dialogue. That's the reason why they didn't anything in order to have Venâncio Mondlane in the meeting that was planned to take place yesterday.
Very interesting developments indeed. André, Mulungo, thank you very much for taking us into the goings-on in Mozambique. It's a tense situation, and as you've heard him say today, fresh protests were called by Mr. Mondlane, and it does seem that people did heed that call. André Mulungo is from the Center for Democracy and Human Rights. He's based in Maputo.